and welcome to the Scrappy Sisters. It's Katie here today, and for something different I have a 12 by 12 layout for you. Joking, that's what I normally do, but I do have slightly different photos that I'm scrapping today. So these are those photo booth kind of photo strips that are all the rage at the moment, at least in Australia, to have at weddings and things like that. So these are quite a few years old, maybe at least 6 or 7 years old, and they were at a wedding of my cousins that I attended. I was actually a bridesmaid, which was lovely, and the photos are of me and then my mum and I and then my sister and I and then my mum and my sister and I. So lots of fun. So I've got the Bloom collection here from Maggie Holmes, and I'm just pulling out a few different papers that I like the look of and that sort of I think are a bit fun. The photos are a bit fun and cheeky and we look a bit strange, so I thought I'd go with some fun photos. And so yeah, I pulled those. I did pull that polka dot gold paper out too because I thought I might use it, but I don't in the end. So I decided straight away as soon as I saw this paper, that I'd like to use that as the kind of main feature paper. So I do that, and then I'm thinking about what I want to back these little photos on. So I don't want to put much more in terms of layers of paper or anything, just because there's so many photos, and I thought it might look a bit strange. So I just went with this plain black and white paper. Oh gosh, can't use my words today. The bow paper from the Maggie Holmes collection, the Bloom collection, and I just backing the photos on that. You can't tell they're bows in the end because you really don't see much peeking through, but I'm just popping all of those photos on the back, all of the photos on this paper, and then I will cut those. Again, I do this just with my scissors. When I cut them out, I just go freehand, you know, I'm a bit of a rebel like that. So yeah, it was so funny. I said this in another video, I just don't know which one's going up first, but that I've been looking through some old photos, finding photos of my grandmother, and on that journey I rediscovered all of my old photos that I had printed out from my digital camera and disposable cameras right through uni and all of those times, and I found some real gems, and I found heaps of these photo booth photo strips from my cousin's wedding, and I just pulled out, there's some awful ones but I thought these ones are really cute, and I'm in the process of kind of working through all my older albums where I've just got photos shoved randomly in photo albums, and I'm looking at trying to make them a bit more cohesive and sort of, I've got lots of doubles of photos and they're just in a bit of a mess. So I thought that maybe, you know, over the next years, it will take me years, I thought I might tackle some of those photo albums. So yeah, I'm just sort of starting with the photos that I actually really love, and I will do quite a lot of those albums more project lifestyle, but I just wanted to scrap a few 12 by 12 layouts to put in my albums as well, because those of you who know me and those of you who watch this channel know that I love 12 by 12 layouts. They're definitely the thing that I love scrapping the most. So I thought, why not just do some more of those while I love them, and create some more videos for everyone, but also, yeah, just it's my little, you know, outlet, my little scrappy outlet, and I love it. So yeah, I like to do the things that I enjoy, don't we all? So here I'm just pulling some thickers out of my stash, I think, thinking about the kind of title that I want, and I did pull out mainly my thicker words rather than my alphas. I do like using the thicker words, and that's mainly because, you know, they're already written for me. I don't have to come up with a title, although sometimes when I do put these thicker words down, like, they don't necessarily suit the layout perfectly, but you know, they work. So I'm just deciding before I do my title kind of where I want these photos to sit and where do I want my pattern paper to be, and I do decide I want it up the top and have the strip photos or the photo booth photos kind of on that piece of paper. So I'm going to stick that down now and then keep working from there. So this layout, once I decided on my title, that took a while, the layout came together fairly quickly. I did fiddle around a bit with a few embellishments, but ultimately I didn't end up putting much on there at all. So yeah, I just played around a little bit. So you can see here, that's how I think I end up laying out my photos. I do decide the one on the left, which is just of me, I really like. It's probably my favourite, which is that's a bit vain of me to say that, isn't it? It's probably my favourite of those photos, but it is. So I do pop up the black and white strips, and I leave the coloured ones just stuck down with double-sided tape, but I do pop up the black and white ones. And I wanted to mix the black and white and coloured photos together because they were all from the same event, and it's obvious they're from the same event. We all look the same. So I thought I'd just add something a bit different, you know, putting them both on the layout. And again, because I had so many of them, and you know, I'm putting all of these photos into more of a project lifestyle, I am trying to put more than one photo on a layout. It's really hard for me to do that though, because it's a challenge. I like making all the pretty things and you know, creating that kind of paper masterpiece with just one photo, and so I do challenge myself sometimes to put more than one photo on a layout, but I do really struggle. I don't know if that's just me. If you struggle too, leave me a comment so I know I'm not alone. So I did choose the word happy as my title. Ideally, I was probably going to write silly, because we're all pulling faces and, you know, just making fun of each other and having a laugh in the photo booth. So I was going to do silly, but I didn't want to spell it out. None of my stickers that I had I really wanted to use on this layout, and I thought happy works just as well because we're all smiling and lovely and happy and enjoying life. So I'm just creating a couple of little kind of, I suppose, focus points or focal points in the corner of this layout. So I am using this acetate doily from Cocoa Vanilla Love Always, and I'm just sticking that on both sides. So you can see me just sticking that down there. So I do kind of use those to create a couple of little embellishment clusters down in each corner, just for something a bit different. I haven't done that before. Thought I'd give it a whirl. I do like how it turned out. So I'm just using a couple of the pieces from the chipboard Maggie Holmes Bloom collection, and I'm just pulled out a few more of the little acetate pieces from Cocoa Vanilla Love Always, and I'm just using a glue dot to stick that bow down. And I think, I don't know where I've gone now. I must have been thinking. I might have been talking on the phone actually. So I'm just deciding, do I want to put wood veneer on this layout? I do decide that that's actually probably a bit much. I did feel that there's a lot going on for the layout, so wood veneer maybe not needed so much. And now I'm also looking through another random collection of die cuts that I have there. They're actually from the reject shop here in Australia, just seeing if there's anything I like from those few collections, and that is a little banner that says beautiful, I think. And I thought, well, again, being vain, let's put that on in front of myself. But no, you know, it's affirming, reaffirming. And then I pulled out this little tag from Acetate collection from Love Always and just tucked that under, a little bit under my title, and also I don't know if that ampersand makes it. I don't think it does, no. And I do decide that put that little acetate heart down there, and I do attach that with my tiny attacher, so I just grab that down and staple that on. And then I do decide that I need something else down in that bottom corner as well, so I do add a couple of these banners with words on them from the puffy stickers. I feel like they're from the Love Always collection as well, but I could be wrong. And I do stick a puffy acetate, a puffy ampersand up above my little happy title. I'm trying to decide if I want to stick this little banner on, but it doesn't really go. So it does not make the final layout. I do decide I do want that banner there, and I think I pop it up on some foam. Yes, I do. So I pop that up on some foam and stick that banner down, and I think I'm almost done. While there's lots of photos on this layout, it did come together quite quickly, and I really love how bright and colourful it looks, even though 2 of the photos are in black and white. I don't know, I think it's fun. And very pleased. I think it'll look good in my album. So I'm just looking through my Tim Holtz Small Talk stickers, and then yeah, just looking through that and seeing which ones, and they're not thickers, they're tiny word stickers, and looking at which ones I want to include, and then yeah, I'm trying to find words that match my layout. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. My mother, dearest, is messaging me on Facebook. That's the ping that you heard. And I'm like, trying to read a Facebook message and do a voiceover at the same time? Not the easiest thing to do. So you can see here, just finding a few of those phrases that work. I didn't want the black ones, which are at the back. I just wanted to stick with the white background ones. I thought the black might have been a bit much on this layout, given that there's not much else that's sort of black on it. So I think I put one more on, I think. Yes, one more. Trying to decide where that might fit, and it goes back up on my photos. There we go. And now I think I finish with some, oh, look at that, another tiny word sticker. Okay, now I'm definitely done with the tiny word stickers. And then I think I just put a little bit of gold and pink, maybe the Heidi Swap Colour Shine Mist. So I just sprinkle that a little bit. When you speed this up, my wrist looks weird when I shake that. Anyway, just putting a little bit of it on the bottom, and I think I do a little bit around the photos, but not too much. I didn't mind so much if I got any of the splatters kind of on these photos, because they're so little anyway, you couldn't really tell. I did get a few splotches on our faces, but you definitely couldn't really tell. So here I go with the lovely pink colour, and that is it for this layout. So I do hope everyone's having a great day and you enjoyed putting this together. I love this layout, and I'm just loving the fact that I'm going through all my old photos and putting them together in albums. I'm really excited. This is going to take me a long time, but I'm happy, and now I've got projects to work on. Alright everyone, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in our next video. Okay, bye!